Okay, part 8. I'm not going to try to make this too long, but I don't know how long we can have each video going on, and I don't want people to get bored. So I'm going to try to speed this stuff up and cut some of the stories short. All right, so even though we was having issues, after my son was born, I think my son was about 2 years old, and my daughter was about 3. Um, I felt like it was the right thing to do. That mindset is what really fucked me up. Thinking it's the right thing to do because we were living like we were already married already, right? So we had 2 beautiful kids together. We was living together. I took care of everything anyway. I took care of the bills. She stayed at home. Everything was like, maybe look like a marriage, right? So I felt like it was the right thing to do to make sure we got married. So then, like, I made sure I asked her, or I planned, I would say, like what type of ring she loves or she likes or whatever, and I made sure I try to get something similar to what she liked, and I went out there and I bought the baddest ring. It was a nice ring. Um, I'm gonna try to see if I can put it up. I tried to do it the traditional way. I called her dad. I asked him permission to marry his daughter, and he gave me his blessing. I asked the mom. She did the same thing. I was excited, like though I was having issues, I was excited. I just felt like our issues, once we married, we have a lifetime to fix it, right? We can get through it, right? Um, so it was almost a 5, 6 months plan. I was trying to plan to get everything together. Like my family's out of state, her family's out of state. I tried to invite the people that I know she would like to be there, and I invited my side of the family. I invited her colleagues from work, and the people that I thought it would be okay for her. She would like to see. I mean, she did hold. One thing I did that I found out later that she held a grudge against me is that I didn't invite her best friend, which in my mind I'm like, how the hell would I have known how to get your best friend number? But she did hold that against me, like, oh, I didn't invite her best friend and stuff. And then um, another thing that I think, eventually her dad and I went on bad terms. Her dad lied and stated that I never invited him to the wedding. I mean, I never invited him to the proposal. I asked him the day before the proposal. Bullshit. I even offered to pay for the dad to come to the proposal, and he chose work over that. And he lied to her and say, "Oh well, I never invited him," which that's bullshit, right? And the funny thing is, later on, after all this was over, I went back and showed her a text of her and her dad and I conversation, and she just dismissed that crap. I was like, like, you want to believe your dad, but I'm showing you proof that your dad lied, but yet you still, but that was our issue. Like that was when we was going through our battle. So I don't blame her at all. But I did, invite her dad. I invited her grandma. I tried to plan an elaborate proposal um, at the house. I remember I went out the day of. We took a family picture just to get her out the house so our friends and family could be in the house as we walked in. Um, and I just wanted to make it a surprise, right? So I tried to make it all elaborate. It was cool. I worked hard to get the whole shit planned. Um, it was great, and And I think for many months I actually practiced how to get on one knee with prosthetics on, and that day um, was very it was a great day for me because I did do it. I didn't fumble it, and as I mentioned before, I did pop my bottle that day, and I'll show you a clip real quick. As you can see, I was very, you know, it was a happy moment. It was a checklist I accomplished as part of the journey of wanting to be married and thinking that I found my forever person and a wife, whatever. And as you can see, I did pop that bottle, and they also wasted another bottle on me. But that's another story. But yeah, stay tuned.